All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Halls of Music. This is a second video in a four-part series where we're learning to strum with the right hand with the chord progression from Bob Dylan's You Ain't Goin Nowhere. Okay, the last video just covered downstrokes and hitting the bass notes. This video is going to add a little upstroke to that to add a little swing feel. So it'll okay, you're going to get a couple minutes of me just playing through the progression using this technique. And then after that, I'll go through some various teaching techniques to show you how you can practice this particular strum pattern. Be sure to go to thehallsofmusic.com if you're interested in guitar lessons, or you can contact me at bobby@thehallsofmusic.com. And my wife also teaches piano and percussion and drums. I also teach beginner piano. Also, if you're new to guitar and you're needing to get your left hand used to switching chords, I have a book called Chord Warmups for Beginners, Book 1. I'll leave a link to that description of that book, a link to that book in the description below. So on to the study. I hope that you find this helpful. Please subscribe and leave a comment if you enjoy these videos, if you find them helpful. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's get straight to some practice strategies for learning to play and strum this pattern as well as switch the chords. Okay, so I'm going to talk about chord switching first. Okay, if you are not able to move your hands fast enough between these chords to keep this progression going in rhythm, then one of the things you're going to need to do is you're going to need to race these chords and just try to get them as fast as you can possibly get them. Going between G, A minor, C, G, A minor. Just as fast as you can go, okay? Now, the other thing that is about chord switching with the left hand is that you need experience changing between lots of chords. So that's why I wrote the Chord Warmups for Beginners, Book 1. It has all of the open position chords, and they're grouped in all of these different sets of exercises where you get a chance to switch between the many, many different chords. And that will give you a sense of coordination for being more successful at simple songs like this Bob Dylan tune. All right, now let's talk about getting into the strum pattern. Okay, the first most obvious thing that you can do, if you've watched video 1, is just go one chord at a time and get the strum pattern for each chord without having to switch. So it's down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, or 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Okay, here's what it sounds like with A minor. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 2 and 3, 4, and here's what it sounds like with C. I'm not counting on C on purpose. Once you get the pattern down, you might not need to count it. Okay, so now let's talk about adding that strum pattern and switching between chords. Okay, so the thing that is happening that doesn't stand out all the time is sometimes when you switch between chords like G and A minor, during the upstroke, there's actually some open strings where the hand is moving to the new chord. Okay, so it's kind of like seems like we're cheating, but we're not, because all guitar players do this. So there's like the 1, 2, and 3, 4, and right there is an open string before I hit the A and come down on the A minor. Okay, so let me do that again for you in slow motion again. It's like 1, 2, and 3, 4, and you can hear them right there, the open strings, then come down on the bass note in A. Now when it goes, so I'll do that a little faster so that you can see and hear that it's not really that noticeable if you do it at tempo. It was there, but it didn't sound like a mistake. Okay, so you can just practice between G and A minor. Going back to G. Now when I go back to G from A minor, I have open strings again, right here. Right there before I go to G. Right there is open strings before I go back to G. Gives my hand a chance to move between the chords. It's not a lot of time, but it's enough for my hands to get there. Now going between A minor and C, there's not open strings, because the only thing you're having to move is your third finger from your third finger's on this A on the third string, and then for C it moves to the C on the fifth string. Okay, and with that small a movement, you really don't need to have open strings. Okay, your second and first finger stand still, and your third finger goes to that C. Okay, so I'll just go between A minor and C for a minute. You can see that these two fingers are never going to move. They're just going to stay right there. The only one that's moving is my third finger. So here we go. See how my third finger is the only thing that moves. Practice that. And if you're a creative type, you could use that to make a song with. All right, so going from C back to G, we have some open strings that are going to come up. Okay, did you catch it? I'll do it in slow motion. Down, down, up. Right there is the open strings on the and of 4. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and if I go between G and C, there's going to be open strings on the and of 4 from G too. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. Okay? So knowing that there's some open strings being hit during the switching can be very helpful. That it shows you that there is a way to do this where when you're switching, you know, there's it doesn't have to happen in a millisecond. It can actually happen over the second half of beat 4. So it provides for you a little window of opportunity to switch your hands. Again, if you're having trouble switching, then the solution for that, I believe as a teacher, is for you to get an opportunity to switch many different chords, okay? My chord warm-up book for beginners, book 1, has tons of chord progressions laid out in a simple, easy to understand manner where you can learn to switch between many chords, okay? Learn their names and learn where they are on the guitar and get good at switching at them. That will help you a lot because the more chords you can switch to, the more songs you can play, okay? All right, well, I hope that this video has been helpful for you and that you're able to get this chord progression down. And I look forward to hearing from you. Bobby at thehallsofmusic.com, or you can just go to thehallsofmusic.com and find the info for me and contact me through there as well. Hope you all have a good day.